Hey everyone, Techne here with a review of the newly released Logitech G915 TKL. And let me tell you, let's just cut to the chase right here. Let me just tell you something. This thing is stinking thin. Like super thin right here. It's the size of a stinking pancake. I mean, good night. Anyways, let's get to the review. So as far as in our box right here, you can get the same accessories. You see a lot of Logitech wireless products, G Pro wireless and all that, right? You can get your USB cable here, micro USB, braided, very heavy duty, your wireless transmitter here, and then a little dongle, which again can go into it and then route it up onto your desk. Again, the exact same as you've seen on all their wireless mice. But anyways, let me tell you, whenever I took this thing straight out of the package here, it just really blew me away. I mean, this thing is sharp. It looks so stinking good right here with the little gunmetal color in the background, the aluminum plate on the top. The build is fantastic. No flex, whatever. It's very minimal. Keys to the edge up top right here. It just feels quality in the hand. It has some weight for how thin it is. It really does. But it just feels great. And it looks so cool. Now when we flip the keyboard over here, you do see the 6 feet, 3 on the bottom right there and 3 on the top, but look close at those. As you see, the ones on the bottom right here are a little bit thicker. They stick out a little bit, right? And then it just kind of sloops up right here, and then the feet in the back are recessed into that slant. So whenever you bring the keyboard over and set it down, it's almost flat. It doesn't really feel like it has any sort of incline. But luckily we have 2 adjustable feet on the backside as well. Very nice, and they stay in place. They don't ever pop down on you, anything like that. And me, usually on any of my other keyboards, I never use the pop-out feet, but on this guy, I do have to, and I do use that first level right there. And you also have a little storage compartment right back there for your wireless receiver. It just stores right in, very easy to get in and out. Just again, a little piece of portability. But I want to focus on that right there for 1 second. Talking about the feet and the incline and everything, how of course it's different than other boards, being a low profile board, being very thin. Let me tell you what, I've tested out a few low profiles right now. I'm actually testing a couple in the background as well. So low profiles have really grown on me, and I honestly love the heck out of them. And the reason that is right here, this can be hard to explain. Again, when you get your hands on one and actually use it for, I'd say about at least a week, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But like on your traditional keyboard, you got the keys that stick up, and it's not horrible. Like I don't think this is drastic or anything, right? But you notice your fingers up a little bit and then resting on the raised keycaps right there. So you just kind of feel it in the back of your fingers right here. Again, don't go out of control with this or anything, you know what I mean? I'm just telling you, you can feel the difference here. But anyways, with the low profile one, your fingers almost just sit down, they're flat and flush with it. It is just like, wow, I'm telling you, you have to try one. And that's exactly where this sits right here. It is so stinking cozy and comfortable. But anyways, enough of that. Back onto the keyboard right here. As you can see on the back, it does connect again by that micro USB on the back left corner. And then you have your power button over here. Bam, click it on and it powers right up right there. With full RGB at 100%, you get 40 hours. I'm not too sure. Obviously, it goes down lower and lower as you drop it down. And then of course, if it's off, you can get longer than that. I've charged it up once and I've gamed and used the heck out of it. This has been my primary keyboard for a while here, and I still haven't charged it. And yes, you can play and charge at the same time. Now, when you look at the top of the keyboard here, you have the little lip going all the way across the top right there with the Logitech logo, your light speed pairing up, your Bluetooth pair, your game mode, and your RGB, and you just cycle through that from off all the way to up, and it gives you your battery indicator as well right there. Changes colors as far as your battery level. And then of course your media controls right over here in a volume mode. The volume mode just feels so nice. It's just very nice and smooth. It's not too loose, not too tight. It just feels really, really nice in there. It goes right along with these buttons as well. They're like soft, mushy rubber. They feel fantastic. Now talking about that lip right up there, I know a lot of people won't like it. They'll be saying, ah man, I wish they could have compacted a little bit more, just made a nice small footprint. I absolutely love that lip. Now it brings me back to the Logitech G Pro keyboard. They had that lip up there too, pretty much the exact same size, right? But they didn't utilize it. I think you had like game mode and then some lighting controls right there. But we are really just taking advantage of this lip up here again with our shortcuts and then our audio controls and the volume wheel. Like, wow, it is just perfect. Again, you're talking compact, 10 keyless, thin, with these features right on it here. Perfection. Now going right along with the build right there, the aesthetics of this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Again, talking about that gunmetal, going right onto that black right there, super awesome combo. It just rolls on the edge right there and gives it this really smooth vibe on your desk, and it's really cool. It actually says G915 TKL right on the side right there. Nice little touch just again to kind of separate it right there. I absolutely love the build and the style of this board. Now talking about these keycaps and the stabilizers on this board, let me just tell you, they are horrible. I mean, the keycaps, these flimsy little ABS keycaps, really cheesy. But again, we're using those low profile switches, so the keycap just doesn't fit into those switches real well. As you can see, I'm not even pressing here, I'm just rolling my finger along, and you can see that keycap just dancing around, even one without stabilizers. I mean, just look at that sucker go. It is all over the place. But now catch me right there, right? You don't notice that while you're gaming. Like you're on your WASD, or say if you're typing, whatever like that, you don't feel the keycaps really floating around and moving around on you at all. Because again, with this low profile, you're using a very low switch, and that actuation and the total travel distance is incredibly low as well. Now on our G915 TKL right here, we're using the GL Tactical Brown switches. They have 50 grams of force, 1.5 millimeters of actuation distance, and then 2.7 millimeters of total travel. And let me tell you, compiling all that right there, as far as, again, what we talked about, the wobbly keys, and then you combine it right there with the actuation and the force and everything of the switch, it really just works out perfect with each other. Talking about gaming it, that really short travel distance, a regular switch is what, right at 4 millimeters, right? Actuation is what, around 2.5 or 2, something like that. So you do notice that right there. Again, you press it down, bam, and you're bottomed out. You might be kind of thinking, oh, well, that's not gonna be comfortable, but let me tell you what, after you get the hang of it and your hand is, again, kind of sitting on your desk right there, and your fingers almost just float right on those switches, you're barely even putting anything into it, and it's just, again, an experience you have to try. And now one piece of advice, at least for me, of course it's gonna be different for everybody, but for me, y'all know I'm a really big linear switch fan, right? Cherry silvers, cherry reds, silent reds are one of my favorite these days. I really don't like a tactile click or bump, but talking about the browns on this Logitech right here, I would honestly recommend this over any of those. I have used reds on a low profile, and I have used blues on a low profile, and they all feel great. They really do. But let me tell you what, these browns are just perfect. Again, with that force, and right when you press it, like usual key press, you press it down, bam, then it bumps, then it goes down, and rest of the way, you know, just messes with my head whenever I'm gaming or typing. But this guy, like right when you press it down, bam, and that bump hits you. It's just, I don't know, it just works out perfect and it feels great. And yeah, to be honest with you, it made me game a little bit better, definitely more comfortable. I mean, we already covered that, right? Hands down, easily more comfortable. But yes, it also made me game better, just quicker. And again, noticing with that instant tactile bump right there, it was just, again, it worked out fantastic. I can sit here and talk about it all day long. You probably won't understand what I'm talking about because I'm just rambling here. But trust me, it's amazing with the brown switches. But now also chiming on the keycaps right here. They work out perfect with the board. With that low profile switch, bam, that light is right there. You have the real tiny keycap, the real low switch. So yeah, that RGB is gonna be right there on your keycap. It's not this real crazy bright disco thing going all around. But now, unfortunately for me, I could not get my G915 TKL to pair up with Logitech G Hub. I did some researching online, and it seems like a lot of people are having this right now. They're saying official drop date is on the 10th or something like that. I'm not too sure when this video is dropping, so I don't know. I'll update it in the comments right there. But again, it would not pair up for me. I tested on 2 different PCs, fresh installs, also tried it on the Mac, and it would not register this. So hopefully they put about an update later and we can actually customize this board up and everything, because you know, I'd rather like to set some red RGB right here. This rainbow RGB is not really my thing. Now, one other thing I want to talk about with the Logitech G915 TKL is gaming with it while in wireless mode. I think that is a very big selling point with this keyboard here, or at least a very big feature packed into it here, using the Logitech Lightspeed Wireless. And trust me, I was quite nervous about it first, going in with a wireless keyboard. I've tested plenty of keyboards before with Bluetooth and everything, and it's just, I don't know, it felt weird to me, right? I don't know if it would interfere with some other stuff. We noticed a little bit of lag in headphones, and I was just weary testing it out again while gaming. I've used them before, and they've all seemed pretty darn good. But let me tell you what, using this Lightspeed, I use the G Pro Wireless as probably my main mouse. I don't know main, but the one I use the most, right? Also using that Lightspeed right there, and absolutely spot on with this keyboard. I play a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of Warzone, and I get into the action, right? I'm not back there camping or taking it real slow, lollygagging, you know? I'm getting hot and heated into the action. I did not notice a lick of lag. Absolutely spot on. It was a joy to use. All right, so last but definitely not least right here, like at all least. I mean, this keyboard comes in at 230 smackers. Like, holy rotten bananas, that is wowzers. That's an expensive keyboard right there. But is it worth it, right? That's what we gotta focus on. Not necessarily, okay, yeah, it is expensive. Like, there's no denying that. It's stinking expensive, you know what I mean? But is it worth it? Does it justify that 220 bucks or 230 bucks right there? And as hard as it is for me to say, yes, it is, I honestly gotta say yes. Like, I love this keyboard. It is fantastic. It's really, it just compiles everything into that I want. But yes, I would like to see some changes. I want some PBT keycaps on this. That would make it like, heck yeah, go get it right now. I'd like them not to be wobbly. I don't know if they can really fix that. Again, is that a switch thing or something? Again, we just gotta kind of play that with time. I would really like that fixed. But number one, PBT keycaps now would be a great thing. But what I would like to see, and Logitech, this would be really cool if you do this, because, I mean, not everyone can buy a $230 keyboard. It's expensive, you know? What I would like to see, take out the Bluetooth, take out the wireless. I know the wireless is a selling point right here, you know, but we all don't need a wireless keyboard, you know, and just make it that, a wired low profile keyboard like this. Wow, you got an absolute seller on your hands. Put it at 100 bucks, 120, something like that, wired. Wow, what a great deal that would be. But yes, all in all, I do recommend the keyboard. Totally awesome, fantastic board right here. But again, kind of narrow it down. Do you want those features and benefits within your board? Then you got an absolute steal right here. Again, this thing hasn't left my desk, and I don't see it leaving my desk anytime soon. But if you're looking at it and kind of saying, okay, that price is high, again, just kind of nitpick the things out of it. Is it going to justify that price for you? And then again, once Logitech, hopefully if they make a wired version, reduce that stuff like I just talked about right there, I'm going to tell you, hey, go get this one right now. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on a Logitech G915 TKL right here. I hope I was able to help you out if you're looking at this board, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.